Hey y'all, this is Rick with Get Out and Fish. This is my first video. Hey, like I said, my name is Rick and I own a company called Get Out and Fish, and that's what I'll be calling this YouTube channel as well. I make custom soft plastics, swim baits and worms, crawfish, a little bit of everything, but my specialty is obviously swim baits, and that's kind of how I got my name out there a little bit. But the reason I'm making this YouTube channel is obviously to answer questions and show customers what goes on behind the scenes, how I make my baits. But I really want to go out and go fishing, and it's been requested by customers and friends and family members even to go ahead and get this channel kicked off and start making some videos. And I just enjoy doing this so much, and fishing is one of my biggest passions. It's just, I have a lot of fun doing it. Why not take people along with me? So that's gonna be what this channel's about, making baits and catching fish, and it sounds like a lot of fun to me. But today, for this video, I thought I'd introduce myself, show y'all my my workshop, and we'll do this first video. We're gonna make some swim baits, so stay tuned, and I'll get everything ready. All right, I'm back. I'm gonna go ahead and walk you guys through my workshop and show you guys all my toys I have to play with. So I built this shelving system about a couple months ago to store all my different pigments and pearls and glitters and all the stuff I work with to make my baits look so pretty. And as you can see, I got quite a lot of stuff there. And yeah, there's really no color I can't create. So, and I even got glow in the darks. I got heart glitter up there for some reason. I mean, I got everything. So, down here, you'll see that later. The griddle, probably the cheapest but most important item in my whole bait shop. Then I got my aluminum molds that I have spent a couple years acquiring. They get a little pricey, especially when you buy hundreds of them, but they're necessary and they make some cool baits. And this is what we're working with today. These are my 4-inch swim baits. Probably some of my most requested baits that I make. No surprise, I have an order to fulfill these tonight, and you guys get to see how I do it on film. Here's some more molds down there, just waiting to be used. Over here, I got my my vacuum chamber. I vacuum all my plastic about 2 to 3 times every time I make a bait, depending on how much air needs to be evacuated out of it. Obviously, you can't be melting plastic without microwaves, so here's my microwaves. Got my soldering iron there. Y'all see that in a future video, what I do with that bad boy. And then just various, you know, storage containers and everything. Here's where I keep my plastic supply. I'm built to change up this whole dispensing system. So this won't be here for very long. Here I got like a little, my drying rack that I put baits on if I make a surplus, or sometimes I put a lot of rejects on here. Something was wrong with it and I didn't want to sell it to people, or for some reason. And I'll either remelt them, or I'll sell them discounted, or I'll just put them in my tackle box and fish with them. But I got a few shelves of that, and then it's just mainly so I can let my baits cure after they come off the griddle, or right after I take them out of the mold. I do not make any hard baits yet, but I do plan on eventually getting into making some kind of, you know, glide baits and stuff of that nature. So I got some power tools and some saws and sanders and stuff. I do plan on making some jig heads. And I have some equipment here to powder paint them. And that's just stuff in the future, stuff I'm dabbling with. With the orders I get these days, I usually don't have enough time to do anything creative. But, you know, there's worse problems to have, you know. I enjoy making orders, and that's what you guys are about to see now. So I'm going to get this stuff ready, and we're going to make some 4-inch gizzard shads. So stay tuned. All right, we're back. I got my black plastic all set up. So like I said earlier, we're going to be making some what I call gizzard shad. And these particular baits require the old infamous shad dot right there behind the gill. And this is how I do it. Everyone always wants to know, and I probably don't do it like other people do, just because this saves time and I get a lot of orders. And it looks good if you ask me, but this is how I put my little shad dots on. I use a Q-tip, get some just black plastic, not totally black where you can't see through it. It's got a little translucency through it, but I'll just show you how we do it. This is good and hot. I let it drip a little bit. Maybe the first run. Yeah, there we go. Then we're going to get it controlled where we can kind of get a control of the drip. Boom. And we got a perfect little kill dot, shad dot right there, right behind the gill. And the more imperfect it is, the better, because, you know, nothing's exactly the same. I don't want all my baits to look exactly the same, but, I mean, you're not going to be able to tell a huge difference between it all. But, yeah, that's how I do it. So I'm going to run through all these guys, get the shad dots going, and then we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Got all the shad dots dropped onto the molds. So I'm just gonna get these guys put together, set them on the griddle. Like I said, I use this thing a lot. The griddle is probably the most important item in my bait shop. All right, and then I'm going to get the colors mixed up. You can see I got my plastic heated up. You got to get an initial heat up to 350. And once it's heated up all the way to 350, it basically has like a chemical reaction. It turns into a whole nother product then. So now we can let it cool off and heat it back up. But it's got to get up to 350 initially, or else it's going to be a runny, gooey, nasty mess. And the first time anyone ever runs a bait, they don't do it right, and that's what I had whenever I did it the first time. And that stuff never wants to get cleaned up. But 350, you're all good. All right, so we got the 4-inch molds in place. I'm gonna clamp those up. Let's see here. Get these heated up. Turn it on about 200 initially. Let them warm up. All right. Now back to the plastic. We're gonna mix these colors up. So I got initially 3/4 of a cup into the top coat. Then the belly coat got about half a cup. I'm gonna throw a little bit less on the belly than you get on the top. So I just rounded up to another 1/3 of a cup. But here's what I do. Get these gizzard shad colors. And I got like a little, you know, regular cooking style measurement spoons. That's basically how I do all my measurements. So I got this sterling silver powder, and we're gonna throw a little bit of that in there. You can see that stuff, it's gorgeous. It looks like glitter, but it's like really like a fine powder. I'm gonna throw that in the belly. A little more. All right. Also, it's gonna call for some in the top. So while we got it out, I'm gonna throw some of that stuff in the top. the belly. I'm going to throw a little bit more of this Hypershift powder that I like. This is going to be all powders, by the way. There's going to be no colorant, no liquid pigment in here. And this is a beautiful Hypershift powder. You won't be able to see its effect until I get it into the plastic. But, oh, it's gorgeous. And then I got one more powder for the top. And it's going to be more of a green. It's like a Hypershift green powder, and it has some cool effects in it too. So we'll get that in there. All right, there's our coloring. All we gotta do now is stir them up. Get a nice little stir. Oh, it's starting to set up on me. These little cups and the temperature outside, all the plastic starts to set up real quick. So that's no problem. I'll just heat them up, and then I'll bring it all back whenever everything is ready to be poured. So sit tight, hang on, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Got my plastic ready to go. My molds are heating up on the griddle right now. I'm getting ready to pour this beautiful belly coat that just shines like the skin of a shad. I mean, it's gorgeous. And we're going to pour a few of these bellies on camera. I'll get the rest off camera. And then we'll come back right afterwards, and I'll get the top coat on. And we'll get ready for the great unveiling of these beautiful baits. Highly popular baits, by the way. But, so, open pouring. We'll go over a little bit of that while we're doing this. So, you want to open pour. The plastic is way hotter than usual. I got it about 375 right now. That's what it just measured after I got it out of the microwave. I got my my molds heating up here on the griddle because I want them hot. Because if you pour this hot plastic on some cold metal, cold aluminum, it's going to want to set up really quick, and it's not going to flow like you want it to. The hotter the molds are, the more the plastic can like settle in all these little details and grooves, and it makes for a truer pour whenever everything's good and hot. So let's go ahead, without much more jibber jabber, go ahead and pour these bellies real quick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour them right up, either just below or right in the middle of that shad dot. See if we can get it on camera. Get a closer one here. And it's a marathon, not a sprint. There we go. Just like that. And while I think about it, I'm going to crank the heat up just a little bit. Let's get a few more on camera here. Hopefully you can see this one. Yeah. See how it flows? You want it to flow like water. If that mold wasn't warm or hot, it would want to set up and it'd be all sticky as it ran. It wouldn't run as far because that temperature lets it flow like water. You want it to be more like water. Perfect, perfect. There we go. Get a couple more on camera here. Then I'll get that top coat ready. Nice and easy. You don't want to overdo it. Although I don't do this on camera very much, so I can't I can't promise I'm going to be perfect. Let's get one more, and then we'll get to the top coat. Yeah, right there, just like that. All right, we got the bellies going. I'm gonna finish these up. Make sure my top layer is heated up enough, and we can get started on that. I'll be right back. All right, let's get this top coat, top layer ready. I cranked up the heat a little bit. We're on 325, 350-ish on the griddle, and got my top layer heated up, ready to go, mixed up, and we're gonna pour these top layers, and I'm gonna try and do this. This is the tough part on camera because you got to fill it up right to the top and stop. So we'll see how this goes for the first time on, well, not first time on camera, but we'll just see. We'll do one I can get in frame right there. Be extra careful. Perfectly filled. No spillage on that one. Looks good to go. Get a few more done on camera. See, I like having that nice hot plastic hitting that plastic that's already set up a little bit. And then the griddle, I'm going to crank it up really high after we're done, and it's going to make the two colors like basically one solid piece of plastic. There we go. Let's get another one on here. There we go. Let me do one more closer so you can maybe get a little bit of a different angle at it. Let me do it right here. Oop. Got a little bit off there, but that's an easy fix. There we go. Perfect. All right, I'm going to finish these off, and then when you see me again, we'll be opening them up, and you can see how beautiful these baits are. I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. I pulled these guys off the griddle and let them cool for about an hour. And I think they're ready to come out of the mold here. You guys can see what they look like. I opened a few already off camera, and they came out just like I imagined. Yep. These are gizzard shad. And the first thing I want you to notice is how you can tell it's one solid piece of plastic. Those two colors melted right together. Even the kill dot right there is basically cooked into that plastic. And no cold cracks, which is good. And it's just an overall pretty bait. And in the sunlight, you can see, well, we don't have any sunlight, but you can see the shimmer and the glitter kind of effect on it. It's why it's one of my highest selling baits, is just because it looks so much like a bait fish. It's got that really kind of metallic-y looking side to it. Anyway, let's get a couple that I already took out and put eyes on, because it really kind of completes it. And right there, you got yourself a nice little shad swim bait. Yep, and this particular customer asked for salt, so there's a pretty good amount of salt in there. So it's a little heavier, so he doesn't have to add as much weight, or he can get down to the bottom quicker. I don't know, whatever he wants to do with it, but it kind of lightened it up a little bit. And also, whenever you add salt to a plastic or like a stick worm or anything, and it weakens the plastic a little bit, but this should be fine. This is ready to go out and catch some fish. If you like it, let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think. But these are going out of my shop on a daily basis. People are ordering them for their umbrella rigs, and I throw them just by themselves with a beast hook in them, or swim bait hook, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, tell me what you think in the comments. I'd appreciate it. All right, y'all. That's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. There's gonna be more coming. I'm gonna try and do as many as I can. I run this bait business, and I have a full-time job, so content will be hard to come by, but I will get it done one way or the other. looking at least once or twice a month getting videos out. If I find a groove, I'll probably try and get more out. But this is my first video, so I'm still learning the ropes, and I've never done this before. So hope y'all enjoyed it. If there's anything you guys want to see that I didn't show, let me know. I'm going to be doing lots of bait making videos, lots of fishing videos, lots of going to Bass Pro video. Anything to do with fishing, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take y'all with me, and I'm going to put it on YouTube, and I'm just going to enjoy it, and hope y'all enjoy it with me. Well, appreciate you watching, and hope y'all tune in again. Tight lines.